Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. If you like puzzles or if you'd like to see me struggle to solve one and have a laugh at my expense, then you're at the right address. So please like and subscribe. Today I'm going to be trying my hand at Magic Square Cages by Jrosas. If you'd like to give it a go, there will be a link in the description below. If you do, please let me know how you fared and what you thought of it. Right, let's read the rules. Ordinary Sudoku and Killer Cage rules apply. There is a magic square with no repeating digits somewhere in the grid. Ordinary Sudoku rules means the digits 1 to 9 appear without repetition in each row, column, and 3x3 bold outlined box. Ordinary Killer Cage rules mean the digits in a cage do not repeat, these are cages, and sum to the clue in the upper left corner. A magic square is a 3x3 area of cells in which every row, column, and diagonal sums to the same. So that's, I can't even do a 3x3 anymore. Right. Should I start with the excuses or we leave those for later? In any case, that's any 3x3 area in the grid could be a magic square, and a magic square is where the sum, well, let's use some colors. So if this is the magic square, the sum of these three would be equal to the sum of these three, would be equal to sum of these, and all of those, right? Then if we take only, say, the columns, then we can see that we have three sets of 3 digits that sum up to the same sum, right? The same value. Since we know that the sum of all the digits from 1 to 9 is 45, and we can do that because we know that the digits, where is it? With no repeating digits, that the magic square has no repeating digits, because otherwise those could repeat, right? You could still make a magic square, I presume, if you repeat digits, I don't know. But in any case, those aren't repeating, so they sum to 45. We divide them by 3 and we figure out that each 3 digits would have to sum up to 15. Right, now the interesting one is the center square, because this one is part of 4 3-digit sums that add up to, well, to 15. 3 digits that sum up to 15 is probably a better way of putting it. And if you write down all of the sums, all of the combinations that sum up to 15 between 1 and 9, you'll find out that there's only one digit that appear in 4 combinations, and that's 5. So the center is 5. The center is 5. I'm just going to pretend that this is it, just to continue. Now we're left with 4 odds and 4 evens, right? However, we know that these and these all have to be of the same parity, because to add up to 15 with the 5, those would have to be of the same parity. So either these as well, right? Either 2 odds or 2 evens to have an odd digit at the end. Right, so what else? And we know that these add up as well to an odd digit. So they have to have 2 even and 1 odd, right? Right. So if you do your combinations and figure it out, and I think I've deduced that in a previous video, you'll figure out that these are the even. Well, you don't have to do all that much, right? It's if you take any other combination, then you'll figure out that you don't have enough evens for the last one anymore, and you're gonna end up with 3 odds here, which means that these wouldn't be of the same parity. In any case, these are even and these are odd. So here we would have 1, 1 9 and 3 7, and on the corners we would have 4 6 and 2 8. Of course, the combinations would have to make sense as well for the rows and columns to add up to 15 as well. Right, that's about it. I made too much of it, I think. It's pretty simple. So let's take a sip of tea. Restart. Hot tea for once in a, I don't know, now in, I think, last couple of weeks or so, because the weather is again a little bit cooler. Right, so we can pencil mark some cages. You need 1 2 3 to add up to 6. You need 7 8 9 to add up to 24. We don't know anything about 17. 1 2 3 4 4 5 9 and 8 or 17. I missed the 2. 12, too many combinations. 4 is 1 and 3. Those are as well, well, anything from 1 to 7 except 4. Anything except 5. Oh, and that's 16. That's 9 and 7, which means that this one is an 8. Right, so I guess we're off. We get our first digit, but it's a gift from Jrosas. Okay. Can I do anything else with these? I don't see anything. Giving the title, and since we only have a couple of constraints, I'm going to, bet that the clue or the key to solving this puzzle is to figure out where the magic square is. So we're gonna go back to coloring. Let's pick a color. Red. I'm going to look for the center 5, right? Because that's the most interesting part of a magic square. Why is it the most interesting? I don't know. It's the one that we can say eliminate the quickest as well, because it's not on the sides, right? Because it has to be in the center of a 3 by 3 area. Well, this was a mistake, but it's correct because this is an 8. It can't be 5. Well, this applies to all of those. This one can't have a 5 either. So that helps us out a bit. Right. So what's next? Well, these, for instance, can't be the 5 because, like we said, the diagonally connected cells to the 5 should contain even digits, and this one has an odd. This one as well has an odd here. So these aren't the center 5 either. Actually, those can't be either for the same reason, but because both of these are the same. Yeah, all 3 can't. These 2 are of the same parity, so it's obvious as well that these can't be the center 5, right? Same can be said of those. This one either, because that. Can't do the same here because there is an 8, so right. Oh, this one has the same issue. Or we can as well have a look at the even digits and say we can't have 8 orthogonally connected to the 5. Right. What's next? Oh, wow, this one has another issue. So does this one. Is that here we have 8 and at the minimum a 7, which already adds up to 15. So if this was the 5, these could never add up to 15. We would need a 0. That's not allowed. Can I use that trick somewhere else? Yeah, here as well, right? Because these add up to 17 already. Right, another sip of tea. Here I can do the same trick, but differently. Because these add up to a maximum of 5. So if this was the 5, the center 5, These add up to 5, which means that I would need a 10 here, which obviously is not possible. Right. Yeah, okay, this one can't be. We don't know what these are, but those are of the same parity because they add up to 8, which is an even digit. So these have to have the same parity, either both odd or both even. And whatever we choose will break this one. So this isn't the center 5 either. What about this one? This one seems to be okay, right? No. If this is... yeah, no, it doesn't work. If this is the 5, then this would have to be a 2, right? Because it's diagonally or connected, and 2 is the only even digit here, which means that this becomes an 8. Okay, so far so good. However, this has to be odd, and it can't be 1, 3. So it has to be from 7 or 9. 8 plus 7 is already 15, as we've already noticed. It doesn't work. Right. Right. I'm gonna try to get rid of the single cells if I can. Yeah, this is the same because, well, we can't have, if this is 5, we can't have 8 here because of this 8. So we're gonna need an 8 in one of those, and that's already impossible. Okay, good. This one has the same problem. I just didn't see it. What about this one? What about this one? Oh, hold on, this is the 17 cage might be interesting now because we can't have 7, 8, or 9 here. So what is the maximum this could be? 11, of course. 5 plus 6. And that leaves a 6 here, so we can't have that. So this is a minimum of 7 now. Okay, but does that matter? I don't think it does. If this is the 5, this would be... oh yeah. No, this would be 7, 9. This would be 1, 3. So far, so good. So far, so good. No, this doesn't work. What am I doing? I just completely ignored the fact that this is odd and diagonally connected. Okay, what about this one? What about this one? Oh, this one would have to be from 1, 3. Is that allowed? Is that allowed? Because it can't be 7, 9, right? If this is 1, 3, well, 1 is out of the question because 1 would require a 9, 7 to add up to 16. And we can't have 9 or 7 here. But what about 3? 3, this could be 12, so we'd need a 5. No, yeah, we can't have a 5, of course. Hold on. This would have to be even, so this would have to be 8. Why? Because if this is the 5, these are 1 odd and 1 even. So for the whole total sum to be odd, we're going to need 2 odds and 1 even, right? So this would have to be, oh no, 2 odds and 1 even. What am I talking about? So this is 7 or 9. Okay, that works. Okay, this is 5, this is 3. We can't have 5 here. So suppose we have 6. That's 9. And that's 8. Seems to be okay. I can't have 8 here anyway. Okay, this was easier than what I was making it out to be. Because this is 1, 3. If this is the 5, this is 1, 3, right? Which means that this one is 7, 9. Okay, so far so good, but those can't be 8, so one of these would have to be 8 as well. 8 plus 7 and 9 doesn't work. Okay. Right. Okay, well, this wasn't lost. We got 7, 8, 9 here. Okay, more t. This obviously doesn't work because this adds up to 5. Right. Oh, well, those don't work. Maybe this one does, actually. Those don't work because if this is the 5, you'd need 1 or 3 in one of these, and the same applies here, right? But we're not allowed any 1 or 3 here. Does this one work? 1, 3, this would be 7 or 9. This one would have to be, well, 3, 7 or 9. Seven is out of the question because 7 would need, oh yeah, but no, that doesn't work. Without having to go through all of that, because these add up to an even digit, so they're the same parity. So yeah, have to learn to look at all of the available clues. All right, well, we're down to 5 places, so almost there. Almost there. This doesn't work because neither of those, oh, this one doesn't work either for the same reason. Because if one of those is 5, we're going to need at least one of those to be 1 or 3, but can't have 1 or 3 in either of those or in these. So we can get rid of 2. What about this one? What about this one? 8 plus 2. 8 plus 2. So far, so good. This one would have to be 7, 9. So this is 1, 3. That's okay. And we definitely can have 8 next to a 1, 3. This would have to be 7, 9 as well. And that's 1, 3. That seems to be okay. Do we have a problem with 6, 4? I don't think so. We don't even need those. Did we have a problem with the 7, 9 with these? No. No, we don't. Well, I mean, this would have to be 8, but we already knew that. Interesting. Either I'm missing something or this is a contender. More tea. Okay, let's not waste too much time on it. Let's see, maybe we can eliminate the others easier. Well, yeah, all right. This one is easy to eliminate because one of those would have to be 1 or 3, and neither are available. So this one can't be. Can't be the 5. Okay, what about this one? What about this one? What about this one? If this is the 5, then one of those would have to be 8. Okay, that's fine because this is 7, 9 and this is 1, 3. So does that work? 1, 3. This would have to be 4. 4 and 1. One of those is 8, so this is 9, this is 8, this is 7. Do I care? This is 9, this is 7. And this is 7, and this is 9. So this would have to be 9, 1. Ooh, really? It's possible that I've lost the thread somewhere, so let's have a look again. This is 8, so this would be 9 and this would be 7. So this would be 9 and this would be 7, right? Okay, so this one would have to be... does it matter what this has to be? Well, 7, 3 works. No, it doesn't matter. We don't have to do all of this, do we? We don't have to go do all of that, because if this is the 5, then one of those 2 is 1 or 3, right? Which means that this is 4, 1, obligatory. Okay, but that means that we can't have 1 in any of those. So this would have to be 7, 3. Fine, so far so good. But we can't have the 1 here either, or the 1, 9, because we've already used 1, 2, 3. So this would have to be 1, not allowed. Okay. Okay. Another way of saying that is that we wouldn't be able to place 1 in any of those because of the 4, 1 here. Okay. Well, actually, so we're through. This is the center 5. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of the colors because I don't think that's needed anymore. Right, so we're actually, now this deserves a sip of tea. Because we actually get our first real digit, right? Not the gift. We'll get a multiple, of course, because this rolls directly. Now, I don't get as much as or as many as I thought I would, do I? It doesn't look like it. 6, 4, 6, 4. And these are, well, these are from 7, 9, because we can't have 1, 3, and these are from 1, 3. Okay, this is interesting because now we have a 1, 3 here and a virtual 1, 3 there. Okay. Let's see. What color should I use? Orange. So this is our magic square. Right. Do I know more about these now? Adds up to 9 or 10, right? So 9 has to be 4, 5 or 4, 5, right? Yeah, because I can't have 7 or 8. 4, 5 or 6, 3. And 10 would have to be 6, 4. So this is 3, 4, 5 or 6. Right. Right. I do need a 9 here. And I need something from that 7, 8 has to be there as well. Okay, that's interesting. So this is 7, 8, 9. Oh, this one isn't 8. Right, so now I have a 7, 9 here. Right, because the 9 can't be here. Well, those aren't 9 or 7, 8 or 9. And this 9 can't be here, so it has to be somewhere there. But we have as well a 7 or an 8 here, which can't be placed in those, so it has to be somewhere here. Well, that makes sense. What does that mean? Well, it means that one of those is a 5, and this one isn't 5. Yeah, that doesn't have any impact on this one. Because I can still have 6, 3, and I can have... No, I can't have 6, 4. Interesting. So we can't have 4 here, right? Oh, no, I can have 6, 4. What am I talking about? 6, 4 is 10 plus 7. Yeah. Right. Interesting. So where am I supposed to look next? These? I don't think this one is... Can I eliminate anything here? Well, this one isn't... Well, it can't be 1 or 3. Ah. I was going to say, where are 1 and 3 here? Well, 1 can't be in any of those, right? Because we can't have 1 here, we'd need 11. So one of those is 1, but that doesn't help me. Because 3, this one could be 3, unfortunately. 3, 9. Do I have to start making color plays with these? Maybe. Maybe, but I think those are more interesting. There's something here. I mean, it's obvious that I can't have 4 and... Well, I can't have 6 and 1, can I? Oh, maybe I can. 6 and 1, and I have 3 and 2. Maybe that's okay. Hold on a second. If this is 4, then this has to be 3, 2. Okay, that's fine. But that means that this would be 1. And unless I'm mistaking, 8 plus 1 plus 4 do not add up to 15. So that doesn't work. Oh yeah, but I mean, that's obvious. This would have to be 8, 3, 4 or 8, 1, 6, right? But it can't be 8, 3, 4 because 3, 4 eliminates both of the options here, 2, 3 and 1, 4. So this has to be 8, 1, 6. Okay, that's nice. And now we know that this can't be 9 because that would add up to 17. So this is 7, and well, and the fact that this is 3 means that this is 7 as well. Okay, Now we know that that's 2 and that's 3. So this becomes a 1 and a 3. Right. This isn't a 3 anymore. Right, so what... I don't know what these are, do I? I know that there's a 4 here, right? I know that there's a 4. It's 4, 5, and 7 from... something from 7 and 9. So this isn't 4. That's still the... Well, yeah, it does eliminate the 5 from here, doesn't it? It does, because 5 then would have to be 5 plus 3 is 8. And 8 plus 8 is only 16. So this is definitely a 6. There's definitely a 6 here. Doesn't help. Okay, almost. No cigar. No cigar. What am I missing here? Well, I'm missing an 8. And I'm missing a 4 and a 6, right? Okay, this isn't 4. Right. Does that help? Does that help? Does... Oh, I'm missing a 6 here. How is this? What's going on here? Oh, no, I'm not missing a 6. I'm confused by the... Not missing a 6. Confused by the magic square, of course. It's not like I've painted it in place, but 2 seconds ago, no. Right. Right. Okay, we're a little bit further. Oh, now I know that this is 1 then, right? Because this didn't turn up to be 1, so this is 1. And this one isn't, well, it isn't 4, 8, and it isn't 3, 9. So it has to be 7, 5. It can't be 2 6s. Except that doesn't help me very much. Okay. Okay. What else do I know? I know that I need an 8 and a 9 here. Okay. Is this 1 then? Yeah, this is 1. Which means that that's 1 as well. Right. Which means that I have a 1 here somewhere. Okay, that's less interesting. Less interesting. So I can still have both of these? Is that true? Oh, no, it's not. I just can't follow my own pencil marks. Okay. Right, so this is not a 4, 6 anymore, because then it would be 18. That's a 3, 6. Okay, that's useful. Which means that that's an 8 as well, and that's a 9. And here we are missing 5, 4, and 7. Well, this one isn't 7. 5, 4, and 7. Right, what are we still missing then here? We're missing a 6 and a 2. Right. Right. Do need a 7 there, so this becomes a 7. I do need a 5 somewhere here. Okay. Okay. Right. Right. Huh. Oh, that's not an 8 anymore. That's a 6, so that becomes a 4, and that's an 8. Okay, that helps. This one isn't resolved yet. Okay, this one isn't 4. Yeah. That doesn't help either. Right. I need a 3 here. So this becomes a 3. This becomes a 3. What am I missing still in column number 7? Missing a 2, which has to be here somewhere. Right. Missing a 4, which could be anywhere. And I'm missing a 5, actually. That has to be here. Why did I... Oh, yeah, it has to be here. Yes. So this becomes a 2, 4. Right. And this is then a 5, 9. Oh, so it's resolved even. Okay. No. No, no, no. 9 and 5. Okay. Which leaves me with a 4. Right. Which gives me a 4 here in column number 8. Right. It's getting interesting. Here I'm missing a 2 and I'm missing a 6, which can be in either. Right. What are we missing here? I'm missing a 2, 5, 6, and 7. Right, this couldn't be 5 and 7. Okay, but 2, 6 didn't really help me, did it? Right. How do we continue? How do I continue? Do I know more about this? It doesn't look like it, does it? It doesn't look like it. This looks like it could be interesting. We can't have 1, can't have 2, we can have 3. Can't have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. Yeah, that is 3. Okay, it is interesting. Okay. Okay, so what am I still missing? Oh, this one can't be 5 or 7. That could be something. Because besides 5 and 7, I'm missing a 1 and an 8, right? In column number 5. So it's 1, 5, 7, and 8. Right. So this one has to be the 8. Well, of course, because it can't have 8 here. This is from 1, 5, 7. Maybe not as interesting. Okay, this one was 2, 6. I'm going to pencil mark it now. Oh, okay, I should have pencil marked it because 2, 6, that is helpful. Because that leaves me with a 9 there. All right. And then I'd like to resolve this. Can I? Don't see how though. Wow, this is still not resolved, is it? Right, maybe I have to pencil mark here. No. I was going to say, where is 8? Actually, this is 8 and 9. Oh, that is interesting. Okay, it's really interesting. Because we're still missing 8 and 9, right? In row number 5. But both can't be in cell row 5, column 1. So where I was going with that? Yeah, okay, so these are 8, 9. And this one is, oh, it's the remaining 4, 5, which is good, because then we know that this is 5, which is allowed, and this is 4. Yeah, this did resolve those. Should have asked for, I don't know, winning the lottery or so. That's a 3. As if I couldn't have guessed that I will resolve those at some moment in the puzzle. Anyway, and this one would be from 1 to 7, right? Okay, that I don't know much about. Okay, I'm still missing a 4 and I'm missing a 6, which does not help. This is, well, okay, this isn't 5 anymore, but this is still quite troublesome. Oh, I do need an 8 and a 9 here. Okay. Not as useful. Something from 2, 6. Okay, no. Not as useful as I hoped. Okay, this one might be interesting. We can have 1 and 2. Can't have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. Okay. It's not as interesting. It's 1 or 2. Right, what about this one? And this one is 2, 4, 2, 4, 0, and 5. Okay. 2, 4, and 5. Right. Right. So what's next? Next is a sip of tea. Both of these are still allowed? It seems like it. Am I missing something? This seems to be still too complicated. This seems to be too complicated still. Right, what's... Wow, that's still almost anything, right? Yeah. Almost anything. Oh, that's not true of this one though, is it? What is that? It's 2. Can't have 1. Can't have 2. Can't have 3. Can't have 4 though. No 5. Can't have. We can't have 6. No 7, 8, or 9. It's 2, 4, and 6. Interesting. 2, 4, and 6. Interesting, but not enough. If this was 2, 4, then could have had something, but it isn't. Right. That's worrying, because I don't know what to do now. I don't know what to do. I really don't. I really do not. Ah, we need a 9 here in either of those, so it's an X-wing. So this one has to be 9. Okay, that could be useful, because now we have 2, 6, and 8. Right, and now we definitely need an 8 here and an 8 there, so this becomes an 8. Okay, and this is, well, 1, 2, 1, 2, 6, and 7. That's not very useful, is it? Not very useful. I really thought I got something there. Those are from 2, 4, 6. Gonna have to pencil mark and see what I can get. Gonna have to pencil mark and see what I can get. Not much, it seems. Can I eliminate any of those? Can we have 8, 2? If this is 8, 2, then this becomes... we can't have 8, 2. Oh, that's interesting. It's 8, 2 here would mean that both of those are 4, 6. Right. So what is that? So we can't have 2 anymore. We can't have 6 from the 4, 6. And we can't have 8. So this one has to be 1, 9. That's an 8. Okay. That's helpful. That's definitely helpful. Right, do we have all the 9s? Yes. All the 8s? Yes. All the 7s? No. No, not yet. Right. That's now 2, 6, 4, 6, and 2, 4, 6. That's useful, because now this isn't 2. And this isn't, well, no, it isn't 1 either, so that's 7, that's 2. That's not 2 or 6 or 7, it's 5. Okay, and what am I still missing? I'm missing a 3. Okay. Right. Right. This isn't a 7 anymore. Okay, still need a 7 here. Still need a 7 here. Right. Do I know anything about... Is that... Oh yeah, this is the only place where I can have a 5. So this isn't a 5 anymore. Okay. Okay. Oh, right. Maybe it's time to pencil mark this then. It's not 1. It could be 2. It's not 3. It could be 4. It's not 5. Could be 6. It could be 7. It's not 8 or 9. Okay, that's wasn't as useful as I hoped. It wasn't as useful at all. Wasn't useful at all. Right, this isn't 5 anymore. Well, but we knew that already. Okay, this becomes the only 7. Right. Does that help? Oh yeah, it does help. It does help. This becomes a 2. No, this is not a 2. This is a 7. Okay, this is a 1, 5, and 4. Yeah, that works. Hopefully. Hopefully. It's a 6, 2, 6, 2, 6, 2. Are those resolved? Yeah. Right. 14, 17, 24, 10, 8, 4, 12, and this one should be okay. Yeah. Okay, and this was a 6. Right, moment of truth. Yay. It is really nice. I know that it's... Actually, that's not true. I was going to say it's mostly about finding the magic square, but there were quite a few subtleties to figure out afterwards, which made it nice until the end, right? Still had to figure out that 2, 8 weren't allowed, for instance. It wasn't just Sudoku. I don't know if that makes any sense. Till the end. I really liked it. I hope that you did as well. If you did, please like and subscribe, maybe share, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.